We do not intend to cause havoc or cause any violence. But if we are pushed to the wall, we don't know what some of our radical members might do. So it is incumbent on the Nigerian government and the security agencies to, without further delay, release Bello Bodejo unconditionally.
The of insecurity in Nigeria will not come to an end soon. But we have been talking about this for a while now. But even before we even talk about that, and the warning by the Miyetti Allah group to the presidency and the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The president was in Mina to look at the tractors that were purchased by the state government. Remember that during the leadership summit, the state governor said,
"My boss, you are very right to what you have said. We have no reason to be poor. People may not like you, but they must hear you, because what you say is the gospel. Nigeria needs to be productive."
After that day, the next day, the governor was in Vila, of which he trended because of the way he was kneeling. But the major issue here is the fact that the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, while in Niger State, talks about ending crisis between farmers and herders. This is not campaign season. This is governance. And he was saying if the governors can provide land, he will be able to end the issue between the farmers and herders clashes in Nigeria within a day. So why are you saying this? You are now the president and you are in charge to protect life and property in this country. So therefore, when issues like this arise, as a president, you should know better on what to do to end the lingering crisis. But hello, he continued to blame the government because the statement he made is because the governors are not probably complying with the federal government agenda to end this lingering crisis. Remember that the former president, Muhammadu Buhari, came with the Ruga plan, of which a lot of outcry across Nigeria. He abandoned it, and it seems like Bola Ahmed Tinubu is about to play towards the same line. The Allah group had a protest in Abuja within the week, and this was what they said concerning their leader who is being detained by the DSS.
They must release him unconditionally because we are peace-loving people. We came here peacefully. We deliver our message peacefully, and we do not intend to cause havoc or cause any violence. But if we are pushed to the wall, we don't know what some of our radical members might do.
Now, remember that the Shiite group leader was arrested and detained during Muhammadu Buhari regime. Also remember that Sunday Igboho ran away from the country because they went after him, all because of this farmers herders clash. Remember Nnamdi Kanu, who is still under detention even when the courts has ordered them to release him. Now the question is this: the Miyetti Allah group, whom many people have been calling, especially the former governor of Benue State, Samuel Otom, who have said that these people are terrorists and that they should hold them accountable for every evil that is being perpetrated in Benue State. But here is this group warning the government, the president or the presidency, the Federal Republic of Nigeria, that they either release their leader or else what we have, some of their radical group, underline the statement, radical group. So let's understand this as a fact that these people are actually peace-loving people. They have an association. They relate with Nigerians. But it is the radical group that are invading community. It is a radical group that is killing Nigerians. So this is no longer an issue between farmers and herders. This is an issue of terrorism. So they actually know they have a radical group somewhere. So why is it that is the federal government finding it very difficult to go after those radical group of this Miyetti Allah? Why? Is there something that they are hiding? If it is about where to graze your cattle, then we will not be having issues invading a community, killing people in the community, destroying their houses, renaming the community. We will not be having all this. But this has turned away from grazing into full-blown terrorism. Nigeria is secretly at war with terrorist organizations, different groups and in different forms. But then it seems like the government is not ready to tackle this. Why? Because someone once said,
let us understand and let us not forget, this terrorism, this banditry, this carnage is not just happening by mistake. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry. A multi-billion-dollar industry because it takes a lot of money on defense budget. It has a lot to do with the sale of drugs. It has a lot to do with mining and illegal bunkering and illegal and illicit mining.
This would be the reason why they are not ready to tackle this problem. Some have it that there is an agenda to all this in Nigeria, and the earlier Nigerians realize this and say no to this, the better for all of them. Remember that the former Army General T.Y. Dajuma once said,
peace in this state is under assault. There's an attempt at ethnic cleansing in this state and of course in all the riverine states of Nigeria. We must resist. We must stop it. Every one of us must rise up. The armed forces are not neutral. They collude with the armed bandits. Kill Nigeria. They facilitate their movement. They cover them. If you are depending on the armed forces to stop the killings, you will all die one by one.
So it is a problem in Nigeria because when you look at the Nigerian army, most of the time we have seen them associating themselves in a video clip with those terrorist organizations, terrorist people, bandits. If they say they are not going to use kinetic measure to tackle the terrorism that is going on in the middle belt and the northern region of the country, then why are they using kinetic measures to tackle the Eastern Security Network and the IPOB in the eastern part of the country? This is not to defend any group, but what is good for Mr. A should also be good for Mr. B. Are you doing this to one group and turn around to close your eyes to another group? It doesn't make any sense at all. We can only talk, but we'll continue to hit on the government to do the right thing if we want Nigeria to actually progress. Or else, we'll follow what Wolo Senka said, let's divide the national cake. Make everybody go get your own share. Thank you for watching.